Okay, welcome to Sunday. Let's continue. Chapter 37, Spring 2006. So, since New Year's Day fell on a Sunday, they skipped Sunday services. Instead, Erica and Michael spent the day with Jackie and her family. After the feast and sharing their hope for the new year, they split off. Michael talked with Jackie's elder siblings for more advice about how to navigate marriage as a bi person. Erica talked with Chucky about how to navigate marriage as a person who is living with endometriosis. Not surprisingly, in terms of the medical aspects of the disease, Erica had a lot more knowledge. However, in terms of relationship, Chucky was miles ahead of Erica. For Jackie, as soon as she and Alex moved forward with their respective surgery, she knew that they won't have any children of their own. However, with her surgery cancelled, everything was up in the air. Once Alex and Chucky resumed their relationship, she quickly realized they would have to make accommodations. Chucky emphasized the need to be assertive and to let your partner know when you can't do something and to ask for help. At this time, Erica carefully asked Jackie whether she might consider physical therapy. When Jackie said that they finished their sessions to help her recover from surgery, Erica shook her head and carefully talked about the fact that chronic pelvic pain can weaken the pelvic floor. So, getting a complete pelvic floor rehabilitation might be something that could help her. Jackie had a confused look on her face. When Alex nudged Jackie, she said that she'll think about it. At this time, Erica realized the need for a support group. She made a mental note to bring this up at the next weekly meeting at the clinic. On Monday, Erica and Michael spent some quality time together. Also, they used this time to go over what they'll be doing that week. The following day, Erica, Michael, and his parents went to San Mateo County Government Building to sign the civil ceremony form. Next, Erica went to several government and private offices to either notify them of her name change or, in the case of the title company, get her name added to their Bisbane property. At this time, Erica and Michael paid the property tax. Again, as with the utility bill, Erica was done at all of the additional fees that come with property taxes. Her appreciation for their Santa Clara property manager grew even more. She was in awe of all the things they must pay for to offer their apartments to local students. At this time, she wondered how many students know what their rent is actually paying for. Moreover, she was in awe that landlords make money given all that they must pay out of their own pocket. Within the next 2 months, she got a new driver's license, passport, social security card in the mail. Also, since Erica and Michael have an account with different banks, they discussed where they'll open a joint account to pay their bills. They end up picking up Michael's bank since their CD rates are a little bit higher. Granted, Erica could have talked with the bank manager. However, the last time she talked to them, they raised her rate. When she asked about how she can make her money work for her. Starting 2004, she contributed $4,000 a year into a Roth IRA account, so she moved some of her money from her bank to a brokerage firm. Much to her relief, her stock increased by about 20% from the previous year. That Saturday, Alex, Jackie, Erica, and Michael resumed harvesting sea urchin, doing some fishing. The next day, they joined Kim and Peridar for Sunday services. After services, Erica and Michael finalized their summer vacation in New York City with Kim and Peridar. That week, they returned to work. When it was Erica's turn to talk during their weekly meeting, she proposed adding a support group. Kim expressed her concern regarding what they can and cannot say, since their patients will want to attend the meetings with their staff. Erica parroted Kim's concern, proposed the staff could start their own group. After they set ground rules, they can test the waters, and then once they have firm boundaries and rules in place, then they could open the group to their patients or create a separate group for their patients. After getting input from the clinic's marriage, family, child counselor, they created the mock support group composed entirely of staff. Once they were ready, they opened the group to the patients. Not surprisingly, Jackie immediately showed up. After Kim and Perla carefully set firm boundaries and rules for Jackie was allowed into the group. Kim and Perla also carefully chose Erica regarding what she can and cannot say outside the support group. Erica agreed to the terms. As soon as the support group got started, Erica saw that this would be a challenge for both her and Jackie, since they're also close friends and and both are in an intimate relationship with their significant others. So Erica carefully navigated these waters, made sure what's said in the support group stays as a support group. Isolates the support group. She helped Chucky navigate how they would remain friends but not share information in the support group to people who are not in said group. So, with each group meeting, Erica gave more insight into how this disease affects each patient differently. More of these meetings helped Erica cope with the various challenges of living with this disease. One of the most important things that came up in these meetings happened when Chucky asked whether she could consider them her endo sister. After the group put their vote, as well as define exactly what this means, it was a unanimous decision. They can call themselves endo sisters. Erica loved the fact that this disease connected them with mutual support. Although each person had a different set of symptoms, different severity of symptoms, they all shared the fact that their emotional pain, physical pain was interconnected. It also gave Erica deeper insight into what Chucky, Kim, and other endo sisters went through daily. For her, this was even more important than her one-on-one appointments with the clinic's counselor. As she grew more with the support group, she voiced her need to have fewer one-on-one appointments. Much to her relief, the clinic's counselor felt the same way and let Erica focus more on support group meetings. Before she left for lunch, the clinic gave her the document she needed to file her income tax. She returned to work at the studio in the afternoon. Then started with the document she needed for her income tax. When she saw the amount she was getting in royalties, she was floored. The amount of interest in the documentary surpassed the amount they were getting for Chucky's cooking show. That month, after Erica, Kim, Michael paired up, finalized their summer vacation plans in New York City, they went to the travel agency together to book their round-trip flight, hotel, transportation. Pedro had relatives there who will provide them with not only a chauffeur but also protection. At this time, Pedro educated Erica and Michael about how to stay safe in the Big Apple. Once the former private and public universities reopened, she took a day off from work, drove down to the South Bay. After she talked with the financial aid office, they walked her through the process of setting up her own scholarship for the private one. She specifically set one up for a student who wants to major in theater arts with a concentration in playwriting. And with the public university, she set up a scholarship specifically for a student who wants to get their dual bachelor's and master's degree in public health. Since she lives in the Bay Area, she worked with them to select one student each year who will get her scholarship. She looks forward to helping students get the degree they needed to start their own careers. That year, Erica's birthday was on the Tuesday. Weekend before they celebrated her birthday, Michael gave her a gift card toward the Costco membership. She kicked herself. Rather than give him a gift for his birthday, she made him dinner. Moreover, once he took her to the Costco in San Francisco, she was stunned. After she went to the membership counter and got her photo taken, they gave her a membership card. Since membership also extends to one of the other adult living in the household, Michael also got the card as well. They went to the store. She was stunned. It was the biggest store she had ever entered. Everything was so much cheaper than the regular department grocery store. Not surprisingly, most of the customers were Asian American. As an Asian American herself, she's always looking for discounts. So at that point, decided to do most of the grocery shopping from now on. And then Michael gave her one birthday wish for choosing. She wanted to start dating. Although he thought that was odd because within the marriage is not traditional from the beginning. So he acquiesced. That first Friday, they went to a fancy restaurant. On the way home, they went to a video rental store. After she went through the aisle, she chose The Hours. If I remember, I'm going to link that movie in the description box below. She picked that film because she read some books by Virginia Woolf. After watching the film, they talked for a while they cuddled on the living room couch. She was in awe of Nicole Kidman's acting range and hoped that she would star in more films. The following weekend, they watched another film that she starred in, Cold Mountain. Again, if I remember, I'll link that in the description box below. And Erica commented that history is written on the side that won, not the side that lost. Michael nodded. That weekend after that, they watched Brokeback Mountain. So I know a lot of people confuse Cold Mountain and Brokeback. They're two completely different films. Cold Mountain is about the Civil War from the perspective of the Deep South. Brokeback Mountain is a story about cowboys. So two completely different films. After that film, Erica commented that as with any group, people assume that all cowboys are straight. Again, Michael nodded. When she asked him for advice on what television show they would like, she would like for her to watch. He chose the first season of Survivor. Since he already watched it, he kept quiet. Erica was stunned that the first winner was a gay man. He nodded. After they finished watching all 13 episodes, next they watched the second season and so on. Sadly, nothing compared to the first season. However, she continued watching because she wanted to see the evolution of this reality television show. February, Erica was put in charge of putting together an updated Endometriosis Awareness Month video. She started with hiring an endometriosis specialist as a consultant. After she put together a storyboard, she used the clinic's credit card to hire a cameraman from the studio to film the video. After she edited the video, made certain everything got the approval of the consultant, she knocked the local television stations. Finally, she got one station to air the video during the month of March. For this video, the clinic's environmental medicine specialist included his blurb about the 1976 industrial accident at Seveso, Italy. When Erica purchased a copy of this DVD, she showed it to Michael. After she made an appointment to speak with the specialist, they got information about cleaning products they buy at the store. At this time, Erica and Michael went to the store. They got less toxic cleaning materials. They decided to use up the ones they have first. Moving forward, they would use only less toxic options. So in April, Erica and Michael will file their income tax separately. They work together to complete their income tax because they need information to file jointly the following year. Again, Michael was concerned. She's earning more money than him, even though Erica's focusing her income from the studio to fund the college scholarships. At this time, she talked at length about having him start a side business. When they went over his strength, Erica proposed having him talk with a payador. For example, Jackie spends part of her time at the Adaptive Fitness Center as a personal trainer. So much to her relief, Payador immediately knew that what Michael would be good at, certified massage therapist. Payador walked Michael through the process of setting firm boundaries and rules for their clients. Michael ended up enrolling at a local massage therapy school to get certified. When Erica saw Michael was using all of his clothing expenses as a federal income tax deduction, so he owes less income tax, she thought, ooh, that's clever. So as a result, she gathered her receipts for makeup and clothes for Macy's as her deductions as well. To be honest, so let me take this off. By this time, sea urchin harvest yielded little to no roe, so they focused more on fishing. On the other hand, the avocados started to ripen. On weekends, after they worked on the community garden together, Erica and Michael started to pick one avocado per day. Not surprisingly, their homemade poke bowl tasted way better with the sliced avocado. Also, with fruit starting to ripen on the trees, birds started hanging around their garden, so Devin took out some nets, covered the trees with the nets. Some of the birds were actually smart and started flying down to the trunk and flying up, so Devin tied the bottoms of the nets with ropes. In May, on top of her duties, she spent the day in the South Bay going over scholarship applications. Once she and the committee unanimously agreed upon which two students would get the scholarships, they notified the recipients. On her way back to the Bay Area, she stopped by the apartment in Santa Clara to say hi to her former landlord with a gift basket from Hickory Farms. At this time, she asked him to let her know if any of his tenants need help paying his rent. After she made sure he has a current phone number, she returned to San Francisco. Around this time, she talked with Michael about her plans to visit Japan in the winter. He carefully told her that since he's a part-time student at the local massage therapy school, he will respectfully bow out this year. However, he said that he'll think about the following year. She wasn't surprised. He does not want to spend a Japanese winter. She told him to let her know. If he wants her to buy anything, he nodded. So when she went to the travel agency, she booked a round-trip flight for one adult that December. So any questions, comments, constructive criticisms, let me know. Ask me for clarification, and I shall see you next time. Take care.